Right. Going live. We're live.
We're live! Hello everyone! Welcome! It's the Austrian Grand Prix qualifying watch-along. We just about got there in time.
Oh my word.
Oh my
Look at
god,
the fans.
it's popping off. That is... that's Max fans for you, especially when he can challenge for a championship. Welcome along, guys. It's, well, I'm back. It was Tommy and Katie last time. They were having great fun by the sounds of it. But welcome along, guys. I hope you're looking forward to this qualifying session. It seems as though, unless a miracle happens, Tommy's going to be a very happy bunny by the end of this qualifying session. With Max looking very strong indeed, eh?
He is looking extremely good. It's not that surprising, seeing as though we're at exactly the same track. However, yeah, I know it's a step softer on the tyres, but it's not going to make the world of difference, is it?
No.
Which is why I've gone for almost exactly the same prediction as last time.
Right, why is that being annoying? Timer, here we go.
Oh
Right.
yes, the infamous timer.
I love the timer so much. It brings me so much joy. I'm going to start it in 2 seconds so you can all sync up. If it's the first time you're watching this quali watch along, that's not coming up. That's really useful. I love the timer so much. Tommy, fill people in with some gloriousness whilst I fix the timer, as always.
So one thing that's quite funny that I've literally just been laughing with Katie about is that
there you go. There's the timer. Carry on.
She predicted Hamilton pole, mainly because me and Matt did our predictions first, and it would be extremely boring if she went for exactly the same thing, because I think realistically everyone pretty much thinks it's going to be Verstappen from maybe Hamilton and Bottas, but then that's kind of boring. So it's fun when you want to mix it up a bit, but it is funny how much people... It's just like, oh my word, I can't believe you've gone for Hamilton pole. It's like,
if we all did exactly the same prediction, it would be very boring. And it's basically
Formula One these days. It is literally going to be the Red Bull, Mercedes top four, but it doesn't always happen. You saw what happened in Baku. Like, it can be different. So why not predict something a bit different? He says, doing the last one the same as last time.
Love it. So it's basically you go, right, guys, what's the predictions, and then you kind of fire in sometimes with your early predictions. Then we all have to change it up a little bit.
I put mine in first because I thought you were all going to go for the same one. Oh, first radiographic.
Benjamin, oh my God, you're 40 seconds ahead of me. Guess I'm turning off. You can pause a live video on YouTube, so you'll be able to sync up with us. If you just pause this video for 40 seconds, you'll then be synced up. What's the FIA team radio saying, Tommy?
I did not hear it. I do wish they'd transcribe all of them, because especially when I'm doing these watch-alongs and I can't hear.
Oh, they're talking about space on the track, I think.
Yes. So if anyone has missed in practice, there's a few sketchy moments where people slow down to try and start their lap, and the pit entry is on the inside, and people... it's asking for disaster, because a lot of people are having very close moments. And Michael Massey has now said, if you're going to faff about and slow down, you have to do it on the straight before turns 9 and 10, not in the gap between 9 and 10, because it's just too...
Oh, so it's just going to be carnage a little bit earlier on then, really, isn't it?
I guess it's a longer straight, so people can get out of the way. But basically, if they start bunching up between 9 and 10, we're going to start seeing penalties for people.
Interesting. That's something to watch, for sure. Right, so we're 14 minutes and 10 seconds away from finishing Q1, and we haven't seen a fast lap time just yet, but Mazepin comes over the line with a 107.1. That's not going to trouble Q2, I can promise you that. You've got Mick Schumacher, Gasly, Giovinazzi, Vettel, Stroll, Tsunoda, and Raikkonen all on outlaps. Everybody else not out.
Just chilling.
Yeah, well, Max is actually just popping out. Mick Schumacher goes almost a second quicker than Mazepin. And, we're listening to the ovation of Max Verstappen. Interesting.
I cannot imagine. If you imagine what this is like now,
Yeah.
imagine what Zandvoort is going to be like if
Oh,
Max is
it's going to
still
be
leading the
rocking.
title with a few rounds to go.
It's going to be rocking, isn't it?
Yeah, be
It's awesome to
unbelievable.
see. It's awesome to
Yeah,
see.
exactly. You can't begrudge like a country that have waited so long. I mean, Max Verstappen is the only Dutch driver to have ever won a race, and in the UK we're quite fortunate that we have a lot of. I've had a lot of British drivers in history, but you can't begrudge a country that is so insanely passionate about their driver when they've never had a driver like that.
Just listening to Crofty and seeing what he's saying. Nothing in particular. Um,
While nothing's going on, Hamilton's got a new contract.
he has another 2
2 years.
years.
That's a bit of a surprise to say that he waited so long to sign his year one, and all the speculation of, oh, is he going to leave because of the new regulations, and he just wants to get title number 8, and then which is going to be back then we thought a foregone conclusion that he'd get title number 8 and then go.
Yep.
And now he's staying for another 2 years.
That was interesting. I genuinely thought he'd sign a 1 year, and if Mercedes are absolute trash next year, which, could be a possibility, huge regulation changes on the way, then who knows? But yeah, 2 years, he's committed, and you wonder, is that the last 2 years of Lewis Hamilton's F1 career? We'll have to wait and see. Verstappen's on a fast lap now.
Ooh, that was
4
fine.
tenths up on Mick Schumacher. It's pretty standard, really. For people that are just tuning in, maybe haven't watched free practice, maybe don't really know what's going on. Red Bull still looking very fast. Steps softer on the tyres this weekend. So the soft tyres are, I guess the super softs would have been last week, but super softs don't exist. So the mediums will be the softs, the hards will be the mediums from last week, etc. So the soft tyres with the high track temperatures as well, they've been saying that maybe some drivers will be struggling by the end of the lap, especially through turns 9 and 10 with overheating with that step softer tyres. So it'll be interesting to see if we do see any struggles, especially if Mercedes don't seem to really work too well. Verstappen is just so good through those last couple of corners. Sets a 104.2 straight out the blocks. Half a second quicker than Lando Norris, who's currently in P2. But it just looks so hooked up, that Red Bull. I don't think I've really seen Max go wide in those last couple of corners. It's just been so hooked up, the front end through there.
Yeah, normally we're used to Max Verstappen having a car where he has to push so hard to get anywhere near the Mercedes that he's been known, let's say, to have quite a few track limits. It's not a rare occurrence, is it, Max Verstappen and track limits? But he just looks really hooked up, and 3 tenths clear. Although Sergio Perez at the moment is not looking as close, which is what his kind of. We know Perez is not a qualifier, don't we? Like, that's not his strength. He comes back in the race. I'm sure he's going to do exactly the same thing where he doesn't risk the mediums in Q2, and they'll try him on the kind of Perez strategy, which is actually it actually makes the race fun because you know that one of the top drivers of the top 4 will do something different each week, whereas we're used to it always being the same.
Absolutely. It wouldn't be a quali watch-along if my Sky Go didn't decide to break. So right now I'm just trying to reload it. So if anything crazy happens, Tommy, please do take over lead commentary role.
And Latifi goes fastest. Oh my! No, what? Right? Okay, I will.
Mate, honestly, I despise this app more than life itself. I despise it more than Sochi, to be honest. It's ridiculous. Oh, now it says something went wrong. I hate these. I hate it so much. Like it makes me want to cry. It genuinely does.
So hard to watch TV, and I wonder why they have less viewers.
I know. It's just I'm just watching it, and then it'll go, there's an error, and then I reload it. Anyway, I will fix it. So, Tommy, continue on, letting people know what's going down.
Is Tommy a Ham fanboy? Yes, definitely.
Oh God! I mean, that couldn't be further from the truth, could it? Really?
Yeah.
But
you can. Have you always been able to do polls on?
I can't say.
Because I feel like I can't say I've seen it, but I notice we can now do polls. So when we ask a question and say yes or no, we can now do polls. So I might add one.
Oh, well, why not?
Let's do one.
We can do a poll.
What should we do? Is Verstappen getting pole?
No, I think we
yes
should do one.
No?
Could we do one for each quali session? So
yeah.
Something
So
about Q1 first.
Who? Yeah. What would Q1 be? Because you can only have. Oh no, you can have 4 options.
What time are you in the session left, Tommy? Because I've just whacked it up on my phone right now.
I'm 8, 12.
Oh,
11. 10.
Okay, I'm 4 seconds ahead of you. Okay.
I better fast forward then.
Hold on, no, it's fine. I'm now 8 minutes and 3, 2.
Okay.
Oh no, I can just sync it up with a timer. There you go. Oh, I'm an idiot. There we go.
Lovely.
Right, so now I'm watching on my phone for now, which is well, it's makeshift. We'll make it happen. So what's happening right now? Verstappen's still fastest. Hamilton, Bottas, both. Well, all of them not out on track.
Williams going out late.
Yeah, very.
And the
late
Alpines.
indeed. And they were so strong last weekend, weren't they? Especially in the hands of George Russell. Very strong indeed.
Yeah. Wonder. Could this be the Q3 day? But to be honest,
I mean, he doesn't want Q3, does he? Really?
I know. It doesn't matter. It would obviously be a great story, but it's better for his race. I mean, I'm sure George Russell couldn't it would be an exciting thing, but at the end of the day, he goes 10th ahead of Giovinazzi, Tsunoda, Vettel, and Stroll.
He definitely wants it for the headlines, because you could tell he was quite disappointed, wasn't he, when it basically just didn't go to plan. But
yeah.
Oh my god! Honestly, I would love to just bin off Sky Go and just give up. Tommy, give us some qualifying commentary, please.
Commentary, okay. Wow, Lando's gone purple in Sector 1. So yeah, on board with Lando at the moment. He's gone faster in Sector 2, but not purple. This is going to be a good lap from Lando. And he goes second fastest.
Nice work from Lando.
0.09 behind. And Alonso's popped it in P3.
Okay.
Hello.
So all of a sudden, track's winding up a bit.
Yeah, there is no rain as as we were promised,
and it's not even going to be rain for tomorrow either, is it?
Apparently not now. Daniel Ricciardo is just a mere 7/10 off his teammate.
Oh no. The woes continue.
Experience, as anyone that likes Daniel Ricciardo, which is 99% of Formula One fans. Yeah. Alonso up there. It's interesting to see how Ocon does. He's not. No, he must have set a lap, Ocon. Yeah, Alonso. Ocon's a second off Alonso at the moment, so I can only assume he's
not like this track, does he? At all?
No,
at all. Like he is so, he just struggled so much last weekend,
and France a little bit as well. As soon as he got his new contract, Alonso's gone. Oh, you're getting a new contract. I'm going to absolutely thrash you now.
Oh dear. This is really quite going terribly, me trying to make my Sky Go work. I apologise to everybody watching. I absolutely despise technology.
I just have to tell you what's going on. Hamilton goes 4th, behind Alonso, still.
What? Is he on the same set of tyres, I assume? He must be. Can't imagine he would have burnt another fresh set to try and improve.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so. Bottas has done the same thing. So you'd assume Mercedes are just trying a second run on the soft tyres.
Oh mate, this app, I literally, oh my god, I would love to go live to Sky Go customer services on the quali Watchalong and just destroy them. I mean, what is that error code? It just says something went wrong, try restarting the app, and I've restarted it 400 times. Oh mate, honestly, I could cry.
So 4 minutes left, currently in the drop zone, which might be a surprise to some people. Latifi, Ocon, Gasly, Schumacher, Mazepin.
Okay.
So Gasly and Ocon, you would think would go through, but they need to make sure that they don't. It's very easy to get a lap time deleted around here.
It is indeed. I will be hopefully back for Q2.
Sorry, Alpine frantically Googling how to unsign a contract. Bit savage. It's only a couple of races, but if it continues, yeah, I think.
So it says head over to your network settings and ensure that parental controls are turned off. Okay, don't know how to do that. So not sure why parental controls would cause me such issues, but here we are. Just Sky Go things.
So current top 10: Verstappen, Norris, Alonso, Hamilton, Bottas, Sainz, Giovinazzi in 7th ahead of Perez, Ricciardo and Leclerc. It's quite a mixed up order at the moment, and we've know that traffic could be an issue. Yeah, it's quite a mixed up order to say that we've still got the final runs to go, but it's no certainty.
So what's going on, Tommy? Keep me informed, because I'm basically watching along right now and I don't have anything going on. So please, be crofty.
Be crofty. Everyone's just doing their outlaps at the moment. So we've got Ocon. Yeah, 2.5 minutes to go. Ocon just kind of doing his warm-up lap. Gasly's complaining it's very gusty. So I wonder if that is catching a few people out, especially in these corners where, they're taking them at such huge speeds and they're trying not to. Austria is a difficult track, isn't it? If you've ever played it, like I'm sure a lot of people played it on the F1 game.
Yeah.
It's not.
Would you say it's quite cambered, isn't it, in places?
Yeah. It's not an easy track to absolutely nail a lot of the corners. So Esteban Ocon, oh wow. Ocon's qualifying form since his amazing P5 in Spain has been 11th, 12th, 11th and 17th. So he needs to pull it out the bag.
Interesting. Let's see where, if I go on to this, what the time is left.
So Ocon is just starting his lap now. Stroll is the driver at risk at the moment. And Ocon is trying to get himself into Q2 while his teammate is up in P3.
So what I could do, Tommy...
And he's 2/10 down on Stroll.
What? I'm 25 seconds behind you, so I want full hype, Tommy, and I promise I'll be back for Q2 in some form.
Okay. So
bad.
Wow, a lot of people going slower. 2/10 down. Let's see what Gasly's down as well. I wonder if the wind's picked up and despite track evolution, they're struggling out there. Ocon might not improve here.
Yeah, I'm 48 seconds remaining, so I'm about 23 seconds behind you, so it might be delayed feedback from me.
Who was that? Someone going slow in the final corner, which you're not meant to do. Ocon goes 13th.
How's George Russell doing? Because he's
14th at the moment. So crossing the line now, we've got Stroll next. Schumacher is out. So that's no surprise, really. Stroll, let's see if Stroll can get through.
Oh no, timer. Sorry, guys.
He is 10th, which makes Russell the driver at risk. Gasly still in the drop zone and goes 9th. Sonoda is now in the drop zone.
Not Sonoda. Surely not. Not again.
Surely. He needs to please stay on the track and don't cut it. Sonoda goes 12th. Russell is down. Russell's down. He might be out here. Charles Leclerc is 15th.
What?
And he's gone 11th. He's fine.
It's a bit of a close call, though.
Latifi's 18th. Russell goes. He's crossing the line now. 12th. He's done it.
Good lad. So who's the drop
Ocon
zone?
could knock Ricciardo out here, and he's not on a lap. So that's it. It's done. Ocon is out again, 17th for the second race in a row.
That's bad. Alonso's up in P3.
Unbelievable that from Alonso. Raikkonen, Ocon, Latifi, Schumacher, and Mazepin is the elimination zone. That is.
Okay, so we're going to have to be about 23 seconds slower this time, Tommy, for Q2, Q3. Because I have got access to another form of watching it. So it's not too bad. So, right. Let's pretend none of those technical hitches happened. So sorry, everybody. Can't do anything about Sky Go because they're just useless. So Verstappen is fastest with a 104.2. Then it's Norris, less than a tenth back from Max. Then it's Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Bottas, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Perez, Gasly, Vettel, your top 10. Then Leclerc, Russell, Stroll, Tsunoda, Ricciardo. Wow, Danny Rick, that is such a close shave for the Australian.
How is Daniel Ricciardo like?
And Raikkonen as
well,
on
the edge
16th.
of going out.
Giovinazzi's up in P7.
Raikkonen's had a very poor qualifying
last time as well. He had a good race last weekend, but yeah, then Ocon, Latifi, Schumacher and Mazepin. Wow. Could have had a big scalp of Danny Rick out there, which would have... What is it that he just can't get his head around in that McLaren? Because you could argue that Perez has definitely made steps forward since the start of the season. Danny Rick, I don't know. He's kind of just been up and down, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, the people that you kind of gave Daniel Ricciardo the benefit of the doubt at the start because Alonso was struggling a bit against Ocon. Tsunoda obviously wasn't performing against Gasly, who was new. Sainz was probably the best of them all, but maybe not. And then Vettel took a little while to get used to the Aston Martin. But while those guys have kind of picked up a bit, it doesn't seem like he has at all, which is very concerning.
Very concerning indeed. Obviously, you're on adverts now, aren't you? I'm actually watching through F1 TV because I've got a special login.
Nice.
Which is nice. So at least I had that backup. So,
yeah.
Otherwise, it was the Tommy commentary. Danny Blazin says, "Great commentary, Tommy." Yeah, it was fantastic, Tommy. I'm sorry to thrust you into such a terrible situation, but I'm sure you're quite glad that you didn't have to do the setup you did last weekend when I had to go and
peering behind a chair. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't sound like the most comfortable of setups, but yeah. We will be back for Q2 and Q3. I will be with you all the way. Do not worry. So let's pretend Q1 didn't happen, especially if you're Esteban Ocon. That's concerning, isn't it? That is really concerning. Because, you can say, fair enough, you've rocked up to the Austrian Grand Prix last weekend. Maybe you just didn't get the car right. I know it's quite close qualifying, but then it's a short lap, so a couple of tenths is quite a big margin, right? But to be that far behind Fernando, who was up in P3... I'm just gonna
brag to Katie Fairman about it, who was obviously predicting that Alonso would would lose to Ocon. Yeah, Ocon's really not. That's the worst kind of. Well, for him, it's the best kind of time to drop off form, but to get such a huge contract.
Matt and Tommy.
And then just disappear.
Yeah, absolutely. Free Games 177. Matt and Tommy, you both are amazing. Just saying that. Salutations from Spain. Thank you very much, Free Games.
That's very nice of you.
I wasn't amazing at all in Q1, to be honest, but that's because I couldn't watch it. So it's very difficult to be able to give you the action when I can't watch along myself. But we are here. Don't worry. Cold Jelly. Matt, did you watch FP3? Yes, I did. I try to watch every practice session if I possibly can.
So do I, much to my disappointment.
Yeah, you would rather it be just the one session of free practice and then get on with it. But,
will George Russell make it into Q3? Let's do our first poll, shall we?
Let's do it. Vettel poll for birthday. I don't think that's going to happen, Jazz Jeep, somehow. I love that. I've just seen it pop up. Will George Russell
Where does it appear?
Q3? Yeah, it just pops up in Top Chat. In just chat, even.
Oh, nice. Oh, and we can see it live.
That is gorgeous.
That's cool. Oh, yeah. So we can end it when we want.
We're just going to claim all of that and just say that, yeah, we made that poll. We spoke to YouTube and... but right now, 55% reckon no.
What are your thoughts? I'm saying no. I don't think he looks as good as last time.
Agreed. I think maybe with the step softer tyres, it's not as... the Williams isn't working as well. But I think it'll be probably a P12, P13, which isn't the worst thing in the world, as we've said. He'd much rather, when you look at the race, start P12 on fresh mediums or fresh hards even, than starting on softs in P9, especially with the step softer tyres this weekend.
Oh, we're just looking at a replay. I couldn't hear the commentary, but I was looking at a replay of Sergio Perez slowing down in the dreaded zone where you're not allowed to slow down in to try and get a clear bit of space. That could be a penalty.
So I get slightly different coverage to you, I think. He was just sitting behind the Williams. Is that the replay that you were seeing?
Williams or an Alpine? I couldn't quite tell. Yeah, maybe it was... but yeah, he went into turn 9 and
behind him quite slow.
Quite slow. Whereas Perez is meant to stop on the main straight before turn 9 and create his gap there.
Indeed.
He could be in a bit of trouble.
People are questioning both my Perez P3 prediction and my Leclerc P5. Look, I think Red Bull have a slightly bigger advantage this weekend, and I'd just like to think that Sergio could put in a really good lap in Q3 and get somewhere up there, because, I mean, for Red Bull's hopes, he needs to really split the Mercedes, not be sat in P4. As much as, that still is well within the pit window, strategy window, Perez and Bottas were so far off the pace of Hamilton and Verstappen last weekend. Like, their race pace wasn't anywhere near. So, yeah, he needs to get P3, really. I think it's more of a maybe wishful thinking on his part than realistic. I just didn't want to be the same as Tommy's predictions, as we mentioned at the start of the Watchalong. And, if he does extract what's clearly possible in that Red Bull, a P3 is certainly possible, even a P2. But I'm not gonna go too wishful just yet. Let's start the timer. That would be a good start. So Tommy, you might need to be a slight. Might need to pause it for. Oh God, I've just started it. I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to start it at 13:50 now. Okay,
13:50. Okay, yeah, I'll pause.
So tell me where you've paused, and I will be able to sync up with you beautifully.
Okay, I'm on 13:29. So give me a shout when
I'll tell you when we're nearly there. Play. Oh, that's lovely. What a lovely, easy way of getting around technical hitches. 32, 31, 30, 29, 28. Good?
Yeah, we've got Sergio
lovely.
Perez
We're back in
right
sync. We're on board with him on the medium tyres. Sergio's going to try and get through Q2 on the mediums. He didn't try this last weekend, Tommy.
No, he didn't. Try it. He just went straight for the... So I guess he's putting in a banker lap, seeing if it's good enough.
It's so marginal anyway, isn't it, with Perez as to whether or not he'll get through on the mediums. Going out at the start of the session where the track is going to be at its greenest, this very much looks like a pop in a worldie, maybe, and hope for the best, really.
I was going to say, it needs to be an amazing lap, because if anything, you're going to get the best lap at the end of the session. So I guess we have seen it before where he can go for an absolute flyer, and then even if he's 10th or whatever, and it gets right to the end, he can just back off his lap, and then he's starting on the mediums. So I guess that's what he's going for.
Want to ask, why is Paul di Resta in the commentary box again
instead of
Brundle?
Because Brundle only does, I think, 16, 17 races. It's always just been in his contract that he only does 17 races, and as the calendar extends,
okay, interesting. Then there'll be noticeably more. Yeah, gotcha. 104.5
so when we start doing
Perez,
40 races.
Yeah. 104.5 wasn't a bad lap time at all from Perez. But then you think, what was it? 104.2 was the fastest lap time on the softs. Track's going to ramp up a bit more. Might be touch and go. We're waiting for everybody else to come out the pits at the moment. It's
yeah, everyone waiting to the last minute to get traffic, and then they'll all complain about traffic.
Exactly. I think it's obviously they want to be out there when the track's rubbered in, and they don't want to be the first drivers to rubber the track in. So yeah, interesting move from Red Bull there, just going out very early indeed. Clean track, clear track. And we now just wait for anybody to go out, basically.
Well, while that's happening, then it was Perez was told about not backing up in the final corner, but unsurprisingly was blaming the car in front of him, the Williams, saying, no, the Williams is the one that backed up, and that made me have to essentially back out.
Oh.
So we'll see what Michael Massey thinks about that one.
Well, I haven't seen anything about him being under investigation. Was there any?
No.
So...
Normally you get the little graphic, don't you? Oh.
We only lack the toe there, says Perez. So that's another thing, isn't it? You know, a lot. 4 or 5 seconds of the car in front, then you get a little bit of a toe. It may not be much, but half a tenth gain over the course of a lap is big news around here, as we see all the cars now filtering out.
All together at exactly the same time.
And it's Hamilton
ready
at the front
to
of the train.
complain about traffic. Yeah, these cars are so more than ever because of how wide they are and big they are.
And heavy.
You see them wanting a tow more than ever. And it's not just Monza. I'm sure at Monza again we'll see the ridiculous situation where they all try and follow each other at the end and it gets a bit silly.
Oh, that's very
interesting. Even on the other tracks.
So the Ferraris have both gone out on the mediums as well. That could help Perez. So the Ferraris are going to try and get through Q2 on the mediums because clearly, as we've said a few times already, a step softer this weekend means the soft tyres are going to go very short into the race. There's not going to be a lot of strategy options available to you. So yeah, you've got Leclerc, Sainz, Bottas, Hamilton, Norris as well out on the mediums, Verstappen as well. Ricciardo's gone out on the mediums. So it's almost like they don't, even like if you're a McLaren, if you start 11th or 12th and get free tyre choice, it's better than scraping through and then getting an 8th or 7th or an 8th. That's very interesting.
Yeah. I can't believe someone like Daniel Ricciardo, who's been struggling a lot, would go for it.
Yeah, he's got Tsunoda, Stroll, Russell, Vettel, Gasly, Giovinazzi and Alonso all on soft tyres. We could see a big scalp out here, but I think some of these drivers, both the McLarens, both the Ferraris, maybe even Perez, will then have to switch to the softs at the end of the session to try and get through.
To go out again, and then they can just do that thing where they abort their lap if they're going to get through.
Indeed.
So 52% think that George Russell will not make it into Q3.
Yeah, 52%, interesting.
Yeah. I guess he's now hoping that it will be the cars on the mediums that he can leap ahead of.
So Hamilton's on a fast lap. He had gone purple in the first sector. He's only marginally up on Sergio. Verstappen's gone purple in the first sector. So this will be pretty crucial for Hamilton. There's cars slowing down a lot before turns 9 and 10. There's still a couple of cars there as well.
Yeah, they're not meant to do that.
But then what are they supposed to do? I guess it's very difficult. Hamilton goes fastest, 0.05 of a second. Verstappen's 0.2 up on Hamilton on the mediums. Max is absolutely flying out there. Someone else has gone purple in the first sector, which is very interesting indeed. I wonder who that could be. Maybe Sergio. Verstappen around the final corner. Where does he slot in? He goes a 104.2 on the medium tyres. That is scintillating. That's very wide from Sainz.
That's very wide.
Very wide indeed. Where does he go? Only 0.4 down on the mediums. That's not bad at all.
I wonder if that'll get deleted. I couldn't quite see how far off he was.
Yeah, Bottas now 0.4 down. So he's behind Perez. So that's going to put a lot of pressure on Bottas if people start to improve out there. Leclerc goes 6th fastest behind Sainz. Gasly now on the soft tyres goes P4. There you go. That'll mean Bottas, Sainz, etc. will have to go again. Stroll goes P4 now. Russell over the line. Where does he go? P7.
So ahead of the Ferraris, crucially.
Perez is on a very good lap now. Vettel's gone second. Second on the soft tyres. Norris now goes second on the mediums.
On the mediums?
Yeah, Norris is out there on the mediums.
And Ricciardo's gone 12th.
Perez comes over the line, goes 3rd. Wow. I'm pretty sure Lando's on the mediums. Because that's what the tyre graphic as well. Said.
Wow, Daniel Ricciardo's 14th on the same tyre.
Wow. Okay, so it's game on now. This is pretty much done what a lot of the teams didn't want, is that they want to try on the mediums, but they lose a bit of time, and it's such a short lap round here that they can't make it up over the likes of Stroll and Vettel, like both Aston Martins right now, P4 and 6.
Yeah, so that we've seen so many years
Yeah,
that
he's on
Mercedes
mediums. What a lap from Lando.
That is unbelievable. That Mercedes and Red Bull have normally been able to, well, the first Red Bull have been able to get easily through on the mediums, but Mercedes can't even beat an Aston Martin on soft, so they're going to have to go again.
That's crazy. So, I mean, Max has put in
Wow.
a stunning lap.
So Max, that's a big kind of statement as well, because he can just sit in the garage now while the Mercs go out.
Russell says, sorry guys, did I go too fast? Interesting. So Russell is currently in P9, 4 tenths off Verstappen. You've got to imagine both the Ferraris, Danny Rick out there as well, going to go on the softs, try and get into Q3. So that might just push Russell out. But yeah, huge lap from Verstappen, Norris. Also a pretty decent lap from Perez, it has to be said. But it's such small margins. It's less than half a second between the top 10. Top 11.
This is why qualifying has been so much better this season, because a couple of tenths can put you from second to 6th, 7th, 8th. And that's exactly what we want.
Indeed.
That is an unreal lap from Lando Norris. I can't believe that.
That is redonkulous. Especially when you see where Danny Rick is on the same tyres.
Yeesh.
That has made Lando's life a lot easier in the race tomorrow. If he can get through, of course. But I can't imagine everyone's going to go faster than 104.4.
No, surely not. Ferrari's gamble has not paid off then. They're definitely going to have to go out. It's crazy that even Mercedes are going to have to surely go out again, because, I mean, Bottas, Russell's only 0.2.
I know.
Sorry,
they all have to go again.
0.02 behind. Yeah, everyone has to go again apart from Verstappen.
Apart from maybe Max, yeah.
And
I think Max will toodle around on the softs just to be sure. I've just seen your tweet, Soph. Hello, Lando on the mediums.
50-50 the poll is now. Will George make
people are changing their mind now that we're 3 minutes left in the session. Interesting. My girlfriend Soph is a massive Lando fan, so I'm sure she's very happy. But more of a Lando fan.
McLaren fan.
More of a Lando fan.
He's in that sphere.
He's in the sphere, but you'd prefer Lando to do well over Danny Rick, surely.
Danny Rick was my favourite before Lando.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you'd choose Lando.
Always there. I can't hear you.
It's fine. So Gasly is popping out the pits, as is Tsunoda. I'd imagine they're on another set of softs. Verstappen is also definitely coming out.
Wow.
They have to cover it off, just in case the track miraculously gets quicker. Which isn't unheard of, track evolution. And with less than half a second. So yeah, everybody's coming out. Hamilton and Bottas yet to show that they're coming out the pits, as is Russell at the moment. Ferrari's gone for mediums again, so they must literally think the softs are useless. Like, they must think the softs are useless in the race.
They'd rather start
11th and 12th.
I guess in the last race, if they hadn't got like Sainz, he actually managed to get through, and if he hadn't have been blocked by Hamilton when he couldn't get past him, he might have got Lando.
Yeah.
So when they're just thinking about the race, which is fascinating that they're happy to completely sacrifice qualifying because they know that the tyres are better.
So interesting. Even both the Mercedes are out on medium. So literally, yeah. So the only drivers out on softs: Perez, Vettel, Stroll, Gasly, and Tsunoda. And then in the bottom 5, we've got Alonso, Ricciardo, and Giovinazzi all on softs as well. So McLaren are throwing the dice and saying 14th is not good enough for Danny Rick, even if it is free tyre choice. So they've put him on the softs. Perez, I imagine, will just see this session out, make sure he doesn't get dropped out. Alonso surely is going to get somewhere in the top 10. He was awesome in Q1.
Come on, Alonso.
And he's currently on a lap right now. So let's see what he's
Honestly,
like
Alonso,
through that first sector. 16.4, but I mean, he's 28 thousandths down on Tsunoda, but that first sector is so short that there isn't a huge amount of time to make out of pretty much one corner. Giovinazzi is slightly down, but on a PB. Tsunoda's also on a PB, so there is time out there, Tommy.
Yeah, it's going to be a fascinating end to the session. Only 25 seconds left. Someone's saying in the chat that Russell's on mediums, is that right?
Russell's on mediums, is he? I didn't see that one, but
Alonso's up on Tsunoda.
He is 0.2 up as well. This will thrust him right into the sort of Hamilton area, which is going to put some...
Oh, no! Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, that's gutting.
A penalty. That is gutting.
That's a straight penalty.
I hate this rule. It's so annoying.
Well, Stroll's, that's a slam dunk. Gasly's on
fuming.
P2. Giovinazzi only goes 13th.
Tsunoda 7th. So whoever that Aston Martin was, that's a penalty, 100%.
Oh, Sainz is only 8 thousandths up. Leclerc just about gets
9th.
in. Bottas is in the drop zone at the moment, or nearly.
Oh, nearly,
Driver at risk, sorry. Ricardo's not even improving.
Not improving, wow.
On soft tyres. Verstappen improved at
Verstappen's
103.9. Sainz goes to 9th, so Ferrari are 9th and 10th
ahead
at the
of
moment.
Leclerc.
Russell's on mediums.
Russell's not going to knock Bottas out, surely.
Bottas is only less than 0.2 up. Ricardo only goes 13th on softs. Bottas, where does he go? Oh, that's Hamilton, sorry. He goes to P2. George Russell goes 9th on mediums.
He's ahead of the two
He's
Ferraris.
done it. He's into Q3.
He's done it.
Oh my God.
George Russell in Q3.
Oh my God. That is unbelievable.
That's great for him.
As if the first time he's ever got into Q3 is on mediums.
And he did it on the mediums.
What a lap.
That is incredible.
I mean, heart goes out to Fernando because George wouldn't have he probably would have got 11th again. But look, you take what you're given, right?
Exactly.
Wow.
Wow.
George Russell. I'm so happy for him.
Wow.
Talk to me.
Unbelievable. Incredible.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh.
I was just listening to George Russell's team radio.
Exactly.
And he was like, talk to me.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm very happy for him. That's a great result.
That's that on mediums. I think that's the key thing.
That's
here
ridiculous. Which means he's got a great race
gone,
tomorrow.
Yeah, he could have gone for a glory run and got in, and you'd be like, well, that's not great for his race, really. But he's got through on the mediums.
Wow.
That is superb.
Oh, so Croft, you said it was Alonso and Vettel. Oh, yeah, because Vettel's got the top. It was Vettel. It wasn't Stroll.
It wasn't Stroll, it was Vettel.
Yeah, because I always think that the yellow top is the number 2 driver, and I forget that there's a few differences this year. So it was Vettel that was in front of him.
Wow.
That's insane. That is absolutely insane. George Russell, take a bow, my friend. How are we feeling in the chat? George Russell!
As if we've done that part. I'm saying it now, and I didn't say it.
Oh, I've just watched the replay because I've got the glorious app, and yeah, it is Vettel, and I can hear Fernando's team radio. Oh,
I didn't see it. I didn't say it at the time, but when we both went, George Russell's not getting into Q3 this time. I was like, and there's our jinx.
Okay, so I'm watching it right now whilst you're all on advert break. Vettel has got his hand up the whole way. Alonso's basically gesticulating very angrily at Vettel when Vettel has his hand up for about 10 seconds saying sorry. So,
because I guess, I mean, it's definitely a penalty, but I guess Vettel, if he comes to that final corner and he's got people in front of him, there's nothing he can do. So
it's so difficult, though, isn't it? Like, it's almost worse in some ways that they have to bunch up earlier because then they have to commit. But it's such judgment, isn't it? Because, of course, I'm sure Vettel was probably told Alonso's on a fast lap, but then he goes, but then he's got to try and manage that gap to the car in front. I mean, it's such a difficult thing to do. But yeah, that'll be a slam dunk penalty for Seb, which is unfortunate because he made it through, didn't he?
He did.
Oh, pain. Absolute pain for Seb. Yeah, he was P7 in that session. Yeah, that's not going to be good for his race because he got through on the softs, so he'll have to stay on the softs, get a penalty.
Awful. That could be.
Yeah, Fernando's absolutely raging, which is fair enough. He's been great this weekend and last weekend.
He's on an amazing lap.
That must be
George
so gutting.
Russell.
That's why you need ghosting in real life Formula 1.
Yeah, such a shame. Alonso is having such a good run.
Yeah, it'll be a 3-place grid penalty at the very least. I'd imagine it's probably 3-place. Yeah. So now we turn our attentions to Q3, Tommy. Do you want to pop up a little poll?
Yes,
I love how people have overridden the George Russell thing to now 64% say yes. He's going to make it through to Q3.
Yeah, I should have ended the poll, but it was 51% just before he got it. So it was basically WTF1 fans that helped him, gave him the confidence boost he needed to get pole. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I think we can all agree. We did it, guys.
We did it. Let's not talk about the race for George Russell at all. Let's pretend he's not even racing tomorrow. There's 19 drivers on the grid.
Yeah.
Did Perez finish his lap on the softs? It's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. I'd imagine. What did he do? What was his fastest time? It was a 104.2, wasn't it? Did he do 104.2? 104.4. We'll see shortly, I'm sure.
We will. I want to see that Alonso lap again, just into that final corner, because that was sketchy.
Yeah, and you could tell Vettel absolutely cacked his pants as well, because like you just saw the jolt as he was like, "Oh shit, I should have gotten out of the way."
It's so scary. Here we go. Oh my word! It's so scary because if Vettel had been further back, that is a blind corner, and Alonso comes into that, and if he's hitting the back of Vettel when he's doing 150 miles an hour and Vettel's doing 20 miles an hour, it's a plane crash, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It needs to stop. I don't know how they can stop it, but it's just getting to the point now where you're just waiting for a massive accident to happen between all these cars messing about on the start line.
Game Riot says, did you see... Hello, firstly, to Game Riot. And secondly, did you see the deleted Jake Humphries tweet? Odd one. No, I didn't. I'd be interested to see what that was about. But let's focus now on Q3, shall we? What's the question going to be? The question is going to be, can anyone beat Verstappen?
Okay.
Literally anyone. I'm going to go with no. I'm going to vote no. And I think that at least 75%... is going to say no.
Until someone does, and then everyone votes after the poll.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, that's the problem. But I'm pretty sure more people said no to George Russell before the session started, right?
Yeah, and then it was slowly creeping towards it, and then... I tell you what, if Verstappen does get pole, that crowd is going to go absolutely... Oh,
I thought you were going to say something about you. I thought you were going to be like, I'm going to wave my shirt around my head.
No, not yet.
Right, timer time. I fast-forwarded slightly, Tommy, because I was able to for some reason. I'm 11 minutes 40, and I've just started the timer. So if you fancy trying to maybe fast-forward a little bit, and then I'll tell you where we are. Whereabouts are you right now?
What are you on,
11:30, 29, 28. 27, 26, 25, 24,
20.
23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. You good?
Maybe because Sky decided they're going to show a graphic over the timer.
Right, let me know when you're back.
just as I was like, I'll pause it on 20. I want 11:05, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pause it by like half a second.
8, 7, 6.
Yeah, there you go.
5.
Boom.
Perfect.
We're back. Everybody might have to resync slightly if you're in sync with us, but look, I'm trying to get as real time as possible, and the app for some reason let me go 5 seconds quicker. So here we are, back again, ready for George Russell in Q3. Can he get anywhere above P10?
Yeah, what does he do? I mean, I guess, does he save tyres?
So
Guess
Jake
he could go for it
Humphries
on the soft. And...
tweeted, buzzing for George Russell getting the big gig full time. Hashtag East Anglian boy, and it's now a deleted tweet.
So he thinks that. So maybe he's trying to get people to think that he's got the Mercedes seat.
Is he bantering that maybe because he gets to Q3 he's going to get the seat? I can't imagine he's announcing George Russell's. Like he doesn't have any sort of inside information on that.
Yeah, I thought that. Of all the people.
Yeah, I don't think George Russell.
Mercedes themselves. So Toto said himself that this is about Lewis. It's gonna be months yet.
Yeah.
There's no point them deciding now.
No,
because
no rush at all.
If Bottas does pick up his form, they might keep him because of the form and the fact that he's a safe bet, and they don't want a Rosberg situation.
No, and they've got more than enough time. They know that both drivers want to come to their team. No rush.
And I know we the fans want to see it, but not that I think he would, but I think he would challenge Hamilton a lot more than Bottas is doing.
Yeah,
and if it did get really sour and stuff, it could really sort of put a dampen on sort of Hamilton's legacy with Mercedes if it gets to the point, where it starts to get really bitter and.
But everyone wants that.
But everyone, yeah, exactly. Everyone, you want to see it be close at the front, but we've got Hamilton versus Verstappen now, so.
Hamilton versus Verstappen. Drink it in. This season is going to go down as one for the ages. 79% reckon that no one's going to beat Max Verstappen.
Still can't get my head around that. If you said last year, I was actually looking at when it was announced that Hamilton had signed his new contract. You did a TikTok, I think it was, where it's like Hamilton's won his 8th title.
Yeah.
If you'd have said that next year at that stage that people would be saying 80% sure that Hamilton's not getting pole and Verstappen's going to get it easy, would be like, what?
What has happened?
Everyone thought this was just going to be a carry-on.
Maybe it was my ultimate jinx.
2020. Yeah, that could be your greatest jinx of all time if Verstappen wins the world title.
I will take it. Because it keeps Schumacher's record intact.
I did see it. It's done the rounds a lot, but there's a picture of a baby Max Verstappen meeting Michael Schumacher, and I think a lot of people have started captioning it like, "I will help." I think it's like Schumi saying, "Please keep my records safe" or something.
Or was that Verstappen saying, "I will protect your records" or something like that?
Yeah.
It's so good. Right, here we go then. Q3 underway. Hamilton is already on a flying lap. Verstappen is just starting one, even though the graphic just decided to poo itself slightly. A 16.3 for Hamilton in that first sector, which is not purple, in fact. I wonder who's gone even faster. We will find out. Stroll goes apparently fastest. I don't think that's with the time. I think the timing graphic's having a little bit of a meltdown. 16.2 for Max Verstappen, Tommy. He's already a 10th up on the 7-time world champion.
Is indeed. Vettel and Stroll are 1-2. I think they have just done their lap, or maybe they've done their lap. So Gasly's gone quicker than them both.
We just don't know what the times are.
But Hamilton is flying. He's purple in sector 2, but I guess Verstappen's not done his yet.
Interesting. So the timing graphics are having an absolute meltdown, but Lando Norris has gone fastest of everybody. So far, Verstappen has not done a purple middle sector. Who has gone purple in that middle sector? I want to know. We don't know. Hamilton goes a 104.0. He's slower than Norris.
Lando is faster.
Norris has done a 103.9.
No.
What the? Right, what's Max going to do? Oh my God, he comes over the line. Oh, he's gone fastest. But Lando's on the front row of the grid.
I'm sorry. And Perez goes fifth.
What?
We're not going to get a Lando Norris front row.
Surely not.
Oh my word. I did not see this happening. I was convinced, Verhambot.
Jesus, where's this pace come from?
And this pace is coming from when his teammate isn't even in Q3.
Lando's like, check the car. Might have run over a few curbs.
Oh my days. What a lap.
This quali session is brilliant. We might not get a fight for pole, but there's a fight for P2 on the
We
card.
know how to pick them, don't we?
Jeez.
Our quali watchalongs this year.
Literally every time almost.
Yeah. What a season Lando's having. I don't think anyone, even the biggest kind of people that have backed Lando since day one, I don't think even himself could have imagined that it had gone this well.
Wouldn't have believed it, no. Thing is, right, people will go, Lando's getting himself into the equation. Will he move to X, Y, and Z? I think he's in the perfect spot right now. I don't think he needs to go anywhere.
He's got the whole team built around him.
He's got McLaren. Like, McLaren, you'd like to think will reach the top at some point in the near future, especially with everything changing. He's in the perfect spot. He's number one, clearly, in that team. Wow.
Yeah. Because people obviously thought, should Max move to a different team? But it's risky to move a team when you've got it all built around you. And, it's not easy to get number one status at a team.
So right now, the running order
wow.
is Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton, Bottas, Perez, Gasly, Vettel, Tsunoda, Stroll, and George Russell. I don't think George has gone out for a lap, has he? I hope the timing screens stop bottling it. That would be lovely. So Danny Rick's down in 13th, was it, in the end? Which is quite painful. Yep, so Russell hasn't set a time yet. Verstappen's fastest with a 103.7, Norris 103.9, Hamilton 104.0, Bottas 104.0, Perez 104.2, Gasly 104.4, Vettel 0.5, 0.6 for Tsunoda, and a 5.4 for Stroll. So, and a Russell with no time. So George only has one fresh set of softs, I imagine, and that's why he hasn't gone out just yet. There's there's a genuine opening for George Russell in sort of P6, P7 territory right now. Like, a 104.4 is by no means stunning.
Question.
I think some of those drivers have gone out on maybe a scrub set of tyres, potentially.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a possibility George doesn't even start 10th here.
Yeah, he might as well. I feel like this is the perfect tactic. Save one, just do one run.
Yeah. Here we go then. 2 minutes and 35 remaining in this session, and everybody filtering out of the pits once again. Verstappen, the front of that queue.
Interesting, Verstappen going for it.
I can't believe Lando's lap. I'm still processing.
Right, as we're on the final runs, I'm going to end the poll. So just in case Verstappen gets beaten, it doesn't change. So 77% of people think
that no one can beat Verstappen.
No one can beat Verstappen.
I'm part of that 100%. I don't think there's 2/10 for anybody out there, but let's hope we get the timing screens to find out.
So you're not getting the timing screens on?
No, it was. I could see some of it, but it was delayed. Like, it was coming over the line and not saying precisely.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Is that the same with you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't. They weren't showing like the people that crossed the line first and stuff.
It was just saying Norris first, no lap time or anything. Like,
yeah. So let's hope we get that this time.
Okay. So Hamilton questioning if there's enough time. There is. There's 1 minute 16 still to go. Here we go then. Lando Norris, P2. Let's see. You can see the flares in the background from the Verstappen grandstands. Can we see any improvement? Is there any time there? Let's find out. Here we go then.
Here
They're
we
about
go.
to start their lap times. Verstappen is a little bit further down the road.
Showing Lando.
Yeah, of course. I mean, let's see what Lando can do. Can he extract 0.2 of a second out of that McLaren? I feel like he pretty much extracted everything he possibly could. Verstappen only
Verstappen's
0.002 down, though. Norris, purple by a tenth!
No.
Norris, purple by
I
a
think
tenth!
I just heard Sophie shouting in the background.
Tommy heard you, so. Stop. Just take a deep breath here. Okay.
Our Quali Watchalong sponsored by Lando Norris
it's literally
purple
every
sectors.
time. Right, what's Verstappen in the middle sector saying? He's
Down
down
again.
47 thousandths. What's Lando got in the middle sector? Oh my
He's
god,
really
11
close.
thousandths!
He's really
Oh
close.
my god!
No way.
Right, Perez is down. Lando literally could. No, okay, the timer's going off. Stop, timer, please. Here we go then. Verstappen, what can he do over the line? Does he improve? He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
What does Lando
Lando.
do? Can he possibly? Oh, 48,000!
That is so
Are you
close.
mad? Perez goes third. Oh my god. What have Mercedes got in the locker? They're down.
Lando Norris is 0.04 off pole.
Oh wow. Hamilton, what's he got? Turn 9, now
Tsunoda
turn
7th.
10. Can Hamilton improve? No, he
No.
doesn't.
0.4. Lando Norris. Oh my word.
And Bottas, I guess, hasn't improved
Russell
either. Russell
got,
gets to
Russell
ninth.
got 9th.
Oh my
Lando
God.
Norris was not.
Oh, I've got shivers.
I can't believe I've just seen that. He was. Oh my word, he was so close. Oh my days.
That is unreal. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So Perez, P3. So, chat, how are we feeling about my prediction of Perez P3? Just wanna quickly just get a few comments about that.
Can we just comment about what Twitter would have been like if we'd predicted Lando in P2? Everyone would have called us delusional and ridiculous.
To be fair,
Unbelievable.
I didn't put Norris in my top 5,
this season, you can't predict this season. It is amazing, and I'm loving every second of it.
wow. What a qualifying session. That was so good.
Oh my days.
Oh my.
I can't believe that just happened.
Goodness me.
And Perez, in P3.
400ths from Lando getting pole.
Wow.
Norris leads into turn 3. Anyone?
He's going to go for it, isn't he?
Well,
He's
he
not.
gets a good start.
I don't think he's going to. Obviously, last week was a little bit different, wasn't it? Where he was in P3 and he had nothing to fight for. But if you're at the front,
do it.
Send it into
How many
turn
opportunities do you get on the front row of the grid? Wow.
That is genuinely one of the best. That must be one of the best qualifying laps in F1 in a long time. To put a McLaren in P2.
Yeah, that is just
He's 0.3 quicker than the Mercs. Especially when your teammates not even got into.
Oh, hello. Here's Lewis. He is
Not
still sat in
looking-
his car.
Not looking very happy. So why did I sign that contract? I should have gone to McLaren.
Well.
Oh my days.
What does tomorrow bring? I think it brings a Verstappen winning by half a minute. But who knows
It's
after that?
definitely spiced up the race, though. What a qualifying session.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. I cannot believe how close that was. Tommy,
Wow.
you're wearing an England top. Is it going to be a good day for sport today?
I certainly hope so.
As an Englishman, at least.
Yeah. Sorry, Ukraine. Yeah, I hope so. But, I mean, if it's not, Lando Norris it's coming home for Lando Norris, so it's fine.
That has certainly come home for Lando. We're gonna stay tuned just during this post qualifying interview because I just want to hear what Lando has to say, and I'm sure a lot of you want to hear our reactions to it as well. So let's see what Max has to say first.
He's so close.
You all right?
I didn't think that was Max then.
You didn't think that was Max because he's got a little beard going on. I bet Max, probably had a bit of a scruffy lap on that second go, right? Because
he must have done.
Didn't improve.
Other people improved quite a lot.
Yeah.
Well, apart from the Max. If Perez improved so much, you thought Max would.
Yeah. Gasly up in P6, probably, and Tsunoda P7. I didn't even process that. So that's a great result from Tsunoda, especially.
Yeah, to be one place behind.
But Russell looks so good. P9, starting on the mediums.
Russell could be 8th because Vettel might get a penalty.
Could start 8th. He's got 2 drivers in front of him starting on the soft tyres. Let's hope his pneumatic system works. Is Lando?
Here we go. Crowd are cheering.
Who's doing the interviews?
Ferdinand Hausberg.
Why?
Because he's Austrian.
Oh, fair.
He's an Austrian royal family member.
Jeez.
And a driver. F3 driver.
Best laps he's done.
Everyone orange supporting McLaren.
Love that from Lando.
Very, very good.
Isn't it mad watching Lando here and thinking a couple of years ago we were in his apartment and he couldn't even say subscribe to WTF1? Now look at him. He's all grown up.
Look at us. Who would have thought? Yeah, I know. Unbelievable. I had my doubts of Lando. I'm not going to say that when he got into Formula One, he did well, but maybe wasn't I feel like he kind of lost his future world champion tag a little bit, especially when Russell seemed to be getting all the praise. But I mean, this year it's been absolutely amazing. Yes. We were getting told off a lot by even suggesting that George Russell is in a good position tomorrow. So we will not talk about it for the rest of the time.
Let's hope they fill up all the air and the water and everything else they need for that car to run properly. Tommy, final thoughts?
Lando and Russell on the podium tomorrow.
Fair. Thanks so much, Tommy, for that. Cheers.
And it's coming home.
And it's coming home. Thank you, everybody, for watching this qualifying watch along. It's been awesome. It's been another brilliant qualifying session. Make sure to check out Internet's Best Reactions coming out tomorrow. Of course, subscribe if you're new as well. Then you'll get notified, and click that little bell icon. I don't usually say that, but click it, and apparently you get notified or something. Give us a like as well. Let's get us over 1,000 likes on this video before you leave, because I'm sure you all enjoyed that qualifying session as much as we did. Give us some love in the likes. That'd be amazing. And yes, we'll have Internet's Best Reactions out tomorrow, as always. We'll have the podcast out on Monday, maybe an F101 explainer as well. And we've got all sorts of stuff coming up. So make sure you check out those. Look out for them. We'll be, I'm sure, live tweeting as always tomorrow as well. And that is pretty much it. Tommy, thank you so much for all your wisdom and support and your commentary through Q1. And we'll see you very soon for another video. Bye!